Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing? Are we ready for the show? Yeah. I think we can do better than that. Are we ready for the show? Yeah. Then please welcome to the stage, Shane Warne. I call it because I'm Shane Warne, Australian cricketing legend, friend to some, enemy to shit banter. You're about to witness the most legendary piece of being a legend since legends were invented by me. 25th of August 2013, the final day of the Ashes cricket that year. I finished commentating at the Oval, jump into the Jaguar and speed off into the night. I've got to go meet some 18-year-old kid called Orlando Gibbs. Hi there. My name's Orlando Gibbs, and I'm 18 years old. I was going to be called Lysander, but my parents changed their minds when they were worried about me being bullied for having an overly florid name. So they settled on something gritty, like Orlando. I jump the car into third and I'm off. One hand on the steering wheel, the other hand also on the steering wheel. You know, it's really heroic, textbook driving. I've got to go meet this kid because he's teaching my fiancée Elizabeth Hurley's son. Something tells me he's going to be a total hero. I may be single now. I'm fairly certain that one day I might be a cat. Certainly in genetic terms. All my wisdom teeth fit. Who wouldn't want to pass this material on? Yeah, there's no way he's a lame-o. Warne is a family name. It warns people who suck to stay away. Shane? Well, it's one letter away from shame, which is what you have if you're not called Shane Warne. I can't be late to meet Shane Warne. But then I think, maybe being late is sort of a rock star move that he'd actually love. I'd be like Aragorn bursting into the Great Hall of Rohan when he's presumed missing in action after the ambush of the Wargs on the western route to Helm's Deep. Or like any of the other rock stars. I abandon this flight of fancy and leave him plenty of time. I grab a Fanta from the lot for resale multi-pack in the fridge, load up Evensong, and head out. I turn the corner and I see him. Orlando Gibbs. He's singing a hymn to himself. Pretty fucking weird, isn't it? You're right, mate. You're Orlando, aren't you? Oh, hi. Did you hear the singing? Every note of it, mate. Yep, don't worry about it. I've just got one question for you. Are you ready for the journey of a lifetime? Like the Odyssey. You don't know what the fuck that means. Hi. My name's Orlando. And throughout my youth, I didn't take any risks. I didn't take risks of any kind. When it came to games of poker, I always made sure I was the dealer. When it came to trying new foods, I'd always make sure there was a toasted ham sandwich somewhere in the corner, so there was something I actually liked. If I needed to go outside, I made sure I didn't. I didn't take risks out of some misplaced sense of duty. I didn't want to let people down. There was a misplaced sense of duty that in a darker, huskier man would come across as potentially sexy, but in me was really lame. Fine principle, mate, but come on. Take a risk. You can't be all people-pleasy year 9. Oh, Mr. Harrison, going to have more homework. Get a life. Completely unrelated to this retrospective emotional arc, in 2013 I got a job teaching for Elizabeth Hurley. I got a job teaching her son Latin. And of course it was Latin, wasn't it? Look at me. Scream it. I got a job teaching in their house just outside Wales, in Ledbury. Now I'm sure some of you can probably smell the pungent whiff of nepotism a mile off, and will lead to the conclusion that I did absolutely nothing to deserve this job. But let me tell you, she's friends with my godfather, you're right. You've got me there. I was to be driven there by Australian cricketing legend and master of leg spin bowling, Shane Warne, who was engaged to her at the time. Yeah, right, Shane Warne. This is a member of the ICC Cricket Hall of Fame. One of the greatest cricketers ever. I knew this was going to be a journey that I would never forget.
Hello, mate.
Hi.
So, you're teaching Damien?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Cool. You good back there?
Yeah, no, I'm great.
Great.
And that's literally all that happened on the journey. That is an accurate representation of what the conversation was like. So thanks very much for coming, everybody. Give it up for Jake on tech. Now, obviously, I can't do that. That's not enough for a show. It is interesting that I was driven to Wales by Shane Warne, but the summary of the experience provides the full extent of its interest. I assumed that it was going to be this amazing adventure, but it wasn't. And I was thinking about ideas for an Edinburgh show, and I thought, okay, well, what good stories do I have? And it turns out I've got one good anecdote, and nothing happens. So sorry, Jake, I've lost where I am. This happened quite a lot.
I've got 54 minutes to film.
But I've got 54 minutes to film. So, it's from this point in the show that I will be playing with the truth a little bit. And by that, I mean I'll be playing with the truth a massive bit. But just to give the show a sprinkling of verisimilitude, whenever Shane Warne says something that he actually said, you'll hear the truth bell. So, for example,
Hello, mate.
he's already said that, that's 100% true. Let's take another example.
G'day, you pommy scamp. I'm Shane Warne, Australian cricketer and renowned arachnophobe.
He obviously didn't say that, although apparently he is genuinely arachnophobic. Right, well that was the last time I used the projector in the show, so I'll get rid of that. Jake reliably informs me that to rent a projector in Edinburgh costs about £300, so that will be money well spent. It always seems slower live. Right, let's get on with it. So, this is the Odyssey of my journey with Shane Warne. And I called it the Odyssey because much like the Odyssey, it's not really about cricket. I only knew two things about Shane Keith Warne. He was a cricketer and he was engaged to Elizabeth Hurley. And his middle name was Keith, I don't know how I knew that, three things then. But I suck at cricket and I don't know very much about it. And I didn't know very much about him or his career. So, I did what I'd always done to cope with stressful situations. Revise. Spent all day swatting up on my Shane Warne and cricket knowledge, so I felt prepared. Prepared like Shane Warne in 1993 when he bowled the ball of the century against Mike Gassick with a textbook leg break that would have Ashley Giles himself gleeful. I couldn't wait to show Shane Warne what I'd learnt about cricket.
I don't want to talk about cricket.
That's great.
I hope you don't mind being in the back seat, mate. It's not because I don't like you. I just want the front seat free so I can easily access the Red Bulls. I'd go absolutely nuts for these bad boys.
Fine, yeah, that's cool. So you think we'll be at the Welsh border in what, 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, if we stop off at a service station for 3 hours.
Sorry, you're going to drive to Wales in 2 hours?
And that's if there's bad traffic. Should be 1 hour 45 maximum. So strap in.
Right. Okay, well, sorry, there are no seatbelts.
Oh yeah, forgot to say, I had them taken out. For speed purposes, I need the car to be as light as possible, so I got rid of any unnecessary weight.
Right, well, I'll just go with that then. I spent that day as well learning a little bit about spin bowling. Now, spin bowling is one of the hardest things to get right in cricket because the chances of it going wrong are very high, apparently. And what's amazing about it is when it goes right. And what's amazing about Shane Warne was that he had managed to distill it into something that was, for all its riskiness, dependable.
What you got back there, mate?
Oh, it's just my brother's cricket ball. I've sort of been I guess I've sort of kind of been practicing spin bowling today. Yeah, I know you said you didn't want to talk about cricket, which is obviously absolutely fine. Yeah, but I was just wondering if you had like any tips. It's just that I'm sort of a bit new to this, and it'd be great to kind of, I guess, find out what your secret is.
No can do, matey. That secret stays with me until I publish my best-selling autobiography in 5 years' time.
Okay, fair enough.
Listen, mate, I've run out of charge on my phone.
Oh, I've got a charger.
Great. iPhone?
Oh, bollocks, Android. The great schism strikes again.
Yeah, well, could you just text Elizabeth to say that we should be arriving by midnight? Possibly sooner if I could beat my PB.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
So, how did you meet Elizabeth, mate?
Oh, she's friends with my godfather, so that's why I'm here.
How did I meet Elizabeth? Well, London Festival of Speed 2010.
Oh, okay. Could you beef that out a little bit?
What, you want like a thematically relevant secondary story to form a neat background narrative structure that will rear its head later on in the primary story?
I mean, if that's not too much trouble.
Oh, fine. Every single time. The year is 2006. The place, Southampton. I was playing for Hampshire Cricket Club and had single-handedly turned the club's fortunes around. The separation from Simone, my first wife, had been quite tough for me and the kids, so it was nice to be playing such good cricket. And then in early May, I got a text from my old mate Coralie Eichholtz. I don't need to tell you that the contents of the text were pretty erotic, or as I believe your generation say, finger-licking spicy.
No one in the right mind does that.
Coralie said, come and hang out, brackets have sex, with me and my friend Emma, brackets making it a threesome, in London, brackets capital of England. I drove up to the Big Smoke and we got straight down to business. I thought it was just a bit of fun, but I did want to keep it secret. The world doesn't need to know about what I'm up to. But fate and tabloid newspapers had other ideas.
Well, 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 Shane. It's Andy Coulson here, soon to be disgraced editor of the News of the World. Shane, I just want to talk to you about your recent threesome, of which I have some snapshots here. I'm sure you don't want these pictures to see the light of day. But look, Shane, you're a businessman, I'm Andy Coulson, so I'm sure we can come to some sort of financial arrangement whereby I don't print the pictures.
Coulson printed the pictures, and just like that, the story was everywhere. Everyone was talking about my private life, ranging from adults engaging in childish gossip to children engaging in, it's just normal gossip for them.
Hey, guess what, fellow member of Year 2? Shane Warne just had a threesome. Whoa! What's a threesome? I don't know, but I think it's another way of saying approximately 3.
We already have 3-ish for that.
I heard it's when you have 3 frubes in a row.
Shane Warne has 3 frubes in a row, hardly front page news.
Shut up, Malcolm. You don't drink from the water fountain in the playground.
200 children use that water fountain, it's riddled with infection.
I heard it's when 3 adults get together, take all their clothes off and go swimming.
That is the dictionary definition of skinny dipping. Look, a threesome must be something gross and icky, like, I don't know, group sex between adults of any gender or sexuality as long as the body count is 3.
All in favour of frubes? Aye.
This is why I want to move schools.
Yes, I did take a risk by having a threesome with a friend I hadn't seen in 10 years and a stranger. But how was I to know that stranger was filming the whole thing from the GoPro on her head? Just like it was. I thought it was a fashion choice. Anyway, what pained me was letting my children down. But sometimes you're not in control of evil forces that are out to get you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I clicked on a Google alert yesterday, but the URL was corrupt and it took me to a website that pretty much left my computer with the equivalent of an STI.
Sorry, what are...
Google alerts? They're a daily RSS feed. So like you tell Google a topic that you want news stories about, and then every day at about 7 or 8 p.m. you get an email from Google with all of those news stories. I've been getting them since the beginning of school because we had to set them up for IT.
Right. What topics do you get emails about?
Ancient Greek language and Facebook.
Why do you need one for Facebook? Just go on Facebook.
Yeah, it sort of coincided with me getting Facebook, so it was on my mind.
Right, so you are a virgin? Well, that's a yes.
No. Yeah, it is, yes.
Cool. Nice one.
It is not cool.
Don't stress about it, mate. I was a virgin till I was your age.
Really? You were a virgin till you were 18?
You're 18? I thought you were 9.
That's really young.
Billy, no fucks in the back of my car. Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. Some of us are slow starters. Not me, of course. I was first in my class, but...
Right, well, congratulations.
Seriously though, man, there's no rush.
Yeah, I'm not actually that worried about it. I mean, in the Odyssey, Odysseus goes 2 years without sex as an adult, and he doesn't seem to mind.
Oh, is that because he finds a way to ease his craving for physical intimacy?
No, he gets captured by the sea goddess Calypso and taken to her magical fuck cave.
Yeah. Well, listen, I was expecting you to tell a good story, but seeing as you told a sucky one about your 5-year-old loyalty to Google alerts, I think we'll return to mine. I had a sneaking suspicion that Andy Coulson had more plans for the invasion of my personal life.
I've got loads more plans for the invasion of Shane Warne's personal life.
I brought Keith to see you, sir. Hi, Andy, how's it going? You will address him as Sir, Mr. Coulson, or Big Daddy. None of this poxy first name malarkey.
It's all right, Colin. It's all right. He's new. Don't worry about it. Keith, come in. Keith, what's your surname, Keith?
Oh, it's irrelevant.
Now, come on. I need your surname for the form.
No, my name is Keith Irrelevant, which is fitting because nothing I do or say seems to matter.
Eesh. Well, I'm not qualified to unpack that. Keith, look, I've got some good news for you. I need a new star photographer, and you're the perfect fit. You're cowardly, easily manipulated, and have a camera.
Bloody gee whiz, Fanta Fruit Twist, Fizzbang Sony screens, Mr. Coulson. That's terrific news.
Yes, you'll be a young hotshot star photographer, a bit like Peter Parker.
Was it Spider-Man?
Was it Peter Parker, the previous star photographer here at the News of the World? Idiot. So, what do you say, Keith?
Absolutely, sir. Count me in.
Excellent. So, for your first and all future assignments, I want you to get pictures of Shane Warne having rancorous sex.
Wait, what?
You heard me. I want Shane Warne's personal life spread over the country like butter spread over a country.
Mr. Coulson, I'm also really grateful for the opportunity and everything, but I got into photography to take pictures, not to invade people's personal lives. And plus, doesn't he already have enough invasion of his privacy? I mean, everybody knows your name if you've just won the X Factor.
Shane Warne, not Shane Ward.
Yeah, you just said the same name twice.
Keith. One day we've all got to do what the man wants. I would hate for Tatiana to think that you don't matter.
Wait, how did you know about
About your infatuation to head of arts, Tatiana? It's the news of the world, Keith. I've got one word for you. Phone hacking. 2 words. Shit, why don't I prepare?
You hacked my phone.
I've hacked everybody's phone, Keith. How do you know that Colin here has a statue of me on his bedside table?
It's made of lapis lazuli.
How do you think I know that Gerard Butler has 4 thumbs? Or that Amanda Holden isn't a goat? Or that this guy's having doubts about what he's watching? Hi, Andy Coulson, I know everything about you.
Mr. Coulson, all right. I'm so sorry about that, by the way. Mr. Coulson, okay, I'll do what you say. I'll do it.
Excellent.
Just please don't tell Tatiana I don't matter.
Oh, Keith, I think she'll think you matter pretty soon when she sees that you're a hot star photographer with sex coming out of his bum. Take it easy, Keith, and get me a picture of Shane Warne doing something horrific.
The whole experience was tough on my family, so that made the crackdown on phone hacking all the sweeter. Me and Hugh Grant defeated Coulson, and I never had to deal with him again. Or so I thought. Listen, mate, pretty soon I'm going to need a Waz. Do you mind if we stop off at the next service station?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Do you want anything? Bag of nuts? Magnum? How about a beer?
Oh, no beer for me, thanks. I got pretty tipsy with a friend yesterday.
Oh yeah, you massive legend on the beers. Oh, I can taste them now. Isn't the taste amazing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like the taste of beer that much. I only really have it because my friends do.
So you like the taste of fitting in?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I've reconciled myself to the fact that in order to have a social life with the boys, I'm going to have to chop them down some fat pints.
What? How did you say you were going to drink a beer?
Down it? How else would you drink a beer?
Simple. Glug, sip, sip, glug.
Sorry, glug, sip, sip, glug.
First, you take a big glug of your pint. The uninitiated will think that you sip your way through the beer, but no, you've got to take that hit early on. After that is when the real fun can begin. Then you can sip, enjoying the bubbles, the foam, the curvature of the glass in your palm.
Cool.
Cradle the glass like it's a baby. That's why they call it nursing.
Really? Is that true?
No fucking idea. The point is you savour it.
Okay.
The next bit's my favourite. The thrill of the swill. You can swill the final drops of ale around the bottom of your glass to increase the flavour. Then you have a final glug, and boom! Pint drunk properly. Remember, glug, sip, 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 thrill of the swill, final glug. Or as I remember it, gustutz for g.
Right. Well, thanks very much. I'll definitely use that in the future.
I don't drink that much beer anymore. Elizabeth's got me drinking fine wines. Started as soon as we met at Goodwood Festival of Speed 2010, a haven for enthusiasts of classic cars. I found love in a place I wasn't expecting to, the car park.
Oh, for God's sake, somebody's parked here, I can't get out. Excuse me, mate, do you know whose car this is?
Well, 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 Shane. It's Andy Coulson here, recently disgraced editor of the News of the World. Fancy seeing you here at an event I found out you were attending and called in every favour I have to attend myself. No hard feelings about 2006. Go fuck yourself. Some hard feelings, then.
Coulson, you resigned from the News of the World 3 years ago. What do you want?
What everybody wants. Love, happiness, an incriminating picture of Shane Warne. If I can plaster the papers with your personal life, I can redeem myself.
I think you've misunderstood redemption there.
No, I correct past wrongs by doing more wrongs. Who you fucking tell me?
What? Christ, get away from me, idiot, creep. Just tell me whose car this is.
It's Elizabeth Hurley's.
Right, well, I'm going to talk to this Elizabeth Hurley as soon as possible. Get her to move her car.
Careful, Shane. She's quite the woman, Elizabeth Hurley. She doesn't go for guys like us.
We do not run the same race, mate, okay? You and I are not to be compared in that regard.
You and me, Shane, two sides of the same fuckable coin. She's a formidable person. I mean, I've always liked my women like I like my coffee.
Is there a payoff to that
I
simile?
mean, just saying I like both of them. Fool. He has no idea what he's getting into. She'll never go for a guy like him.
And just like that, she went for a guy like me. We hit it off right away. I think she could tell I was interested from the way I smiled when I said I was interested. After a few meetups as friends, it was quite clear what was going on. True love. We both had other stuff going on, so wanted to keep it on the down low. But the News of the World would have its part to play once more, under its new editor, Colin Myler.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to say thank you so much for being such a hard-working, dedicated, and morally vacuous team. From the bottom of my heart, if someone had said to me 3 years ago, Colin Myler, you're going to be taking over from Andy Coulson of the News of the World and heading up a team like this, I would have replied, shut the front fuck. No, but seriously, we've got to crack down on this Elizabeth Hurley and Shane Warne relationship. Rumour has it that they're going to be spending this evening at the Dorchester Hotel at a charity function. So, I want every ethically void photographer I have down at that hotel to get a picture. Excuse me, Colin. Keith, how do we address me? Oh, sorry. Excuse me, Big Daddy's big successor. Better. I just couldn't help but overhear your notice back there. I thought now that Andy Coulson had left, we didn't need to worry about this invasion of privacy stuff anymore. I mean, I certainly wasn't looking forward to having to invade the private life of one of the UK's least prolific singer-songwriters. For the last time, Keith, Shane Warne, not Shane Ward. Potato, they're both the same thing. Keith, let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a young employee who did everything that he was asked by his employer and had no moral qualms about his assignments. The end. And who was this mysterious employee? It's you, you idiot! Keith, you're the best star photographer we've got. Oh, because I'm really handy with a Canon EOS Mark IV 5D. No, because nobody notices you exist. Has Tatiana noticed you exist? Not yet, but I have a plan to show her that I have a passion. And that passion is wildlife photography. And if I show her that my passion is wildlife photography, she'll think I matter. Oh yes, no, show her a picture of a giraffe on a Kodak disposable, then any old 12-year-old learner can take, which will win her over. Look, I'm sorry, Big Daddy's big successor. Learning, good, but I don't want to be involved in this. It's not for me. That's a shame, Keith. You wouldn't even be interested if your wildlife photography featured at the back of tomorrow's issue. God bloody hell, really? Oh, well, she might see it and then she'd notice me. Yes, I mean, probably not, but no, why not? Yes, but you've got to do it this time, Keith. No phone hacking scandal to save you. Now, any questions? Yes. Why are only 2 letters in the word yacht pronounced how you'd expect them to be? I don't understand. It's a good question. Yacht? 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 Well, whatever, good question. But anyway, I meant a question about the Dorchester Hotel. No, I've pretty much got the size of that task. Deceit and invasion of privacy. It's fine. Okay.
Excellent work, Colin.
What was that? Oh, nothing, Keith. Don't worry about that. No, nothing to worry your small, face about. I suppose my face was a bit small. Why don't I make it bigger?
Soon we will have photo evidence of their romantic tryst, and the strain on their families will break them up. And then she'll choose me, Coulson and Hurley.
And Colin.
What?
Nothing.
The fire alarm at the Dorchester Hotel went off, so me and Elizabeth fled to the streets and aggressively backed off. But a little worm of a photographer took a picture of us together, and it was 2006 all over again. Brooke, Summer and Jackson finding out about my private life before I could tell them. The news even spread around their school.
Hey, guess what, fellow member of Year 5? Shane Warne got off with Elizabeth Hurley. Whoa, that is objectively newsworthy. Guys, this is not fair on Brooke, Summer or Jackson. Plus, there is more going on in the world than Shane Warne getting with people. Shut up, Malcolm. You didn't enjoy Charlotte's Web. Animal Farm is a superior novella.
I'll let them down bad. But I can't stop someone taking a picture of me. And if it hadn't happened, I never would have found the most rewarding relationship I've ever had. Well, here we are, the second motel on the M4. How'd you get?
Okay. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that Shane Warne's out of the car now. I think it's fairly obvious that Orlando Gibbs is too. Yeah, I'm out of the car. I'm gonna have a smoke. Do you want one? Oh, maybe I could have my first cigarette. I'm not sure I want a full fat one though. Have you got the cigarette equivalent of a Diet Coke? No. He did actually say no at some point during the course of the journey. I was naive to think that the Dorchester Hotel was the last I'd hear in the news of the world. Naive to think that I could propose to Elizabeth on James Packer, my friend's yacht, without arousing the press's suspicions. Excuse me, Mr. Myler. I have an announcement to make. I feel really bad about the Dorchester Hotel pictures, and I don't want to be involved in this anymore, so I hereby tender my resignation. That's a shame, Keith, because a new assignment's come in that I know that you'll be dying to do. You've always said how much you like nature photography, so I want you to go to Australia. Oh, bloody hell, Australia? Yeah, and photograph Elizabeth Hurley and Shane Warne getting engaged. You said it was going to be about nature. Is there anything more natural than two people falling in love in front of the world's press? I can make it worth your while. Take the briefcase. Excellent. Now, I think you should infiltrate the yacht by calling this briefcase is empty. Yes, it's a really nice briefcase. You're welcome. It's going to have bribery money in it. Why would I do that? No, it's just a briefcase, but a lovely one. You're an evil and manipulative idiot and the worst boss ever. Another record broken. Now, I'm sorry, Mr. Myler, but I don't want to do this, and I know that Tatiana wouldn't like it. And I know this, I'm going to find out from the date that I'm minutes away from asking her on. Oh, give it a rest, Keith. She just got engaged. What? Yeah, she's got engaged to Fit Paul down in finance. I'm not surprised. He's fit and dependable. And even if she weren't getting engaged to Fit Paul, whose physique I cannot praise highly enough, do you really think that she would go for a guy like you? You don't matter, Keith. Okay. I'll get the pictures. Good! It's good to have you back in the fold. Now, I think that you should infiltrate the yacht by getting a job. Waiter or janitor or something. You're going to have to use all your cunning to get past the yacht PA. Right. You've applied for the role of yacht janitor. Can I ask why you've got professional camera equipment with you? Oh, just in case I need to photograph Shane Warne's engagement. I'll see myself out, shall I? If you could. Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, Malcolm! Oh, what is it? Let me guess. Shane Warne's had a massive orgy, and that's all we're going to talk about for the next 4 hours. No. We got you a going away from school present. It's a copy of Animal Farm so that you can read a superior novella there, and a water bottle so you don't have to drink from fear of infection. These are the nicest presents that anybody's ever gotten me. Thanks, guys. You know what? Stuff it. I'm not moving school. I'm staying put. Great, because Shane Warne just got engaged to Elizabeth Hurley. Australia Today printed the pictures.
maybe this is just how the world works. That was an excellent wares. What on earth are you doing? I was just practicing spin bowling. I've nearly got the flipper right, but I can't get like the accuracy and power balance, and maybe I could get it right with some seasoned advice from a professional like Shane Warne. No. Besides, we're being followed. Really? What? Who? I don't know. Some weasel trying to get a pic, I guess. It's not enough that they've invaded every intimate moment of my personal life. They've also got to have a picture of me with Mr. Google Alert Virgin. No offence. None taken. I pretty much gave the launch codes to that nuke. Now, I'm not finding out where I live. I'm not waking up tomorrow morning to the grounds crawling with rezzers. Well, we could stall for an evening. What would that solve? Well, an interesting feature of the Odyssey is that Odysseus actually gets back home as early as book 14. Oh, get your earplugs, everybody. Ball Lando's honking again. Listen. Odysseus gets back home to Ithaca, his homeland, in book 14, but doesn't reveal himself to the wicked suitors until book 21. He can't attack them until his son Telemachus and Eumaeus, the trusty swineherd, have hidden their weapons in the Great Hall. He spends 5 books chilling out with them, and then 2 books disguised as a beggar in his own palace before he can truly arrive home. It's actually during his time as a beggar that he gets a cow hoof thrown at his face by the foolish suitor Ctesippus, who relies on his father's wealth, but wily Odysseus dodges it. It's yet another instance of the suitor's morally bankrupt folly, or atasphalia. So, you know. I'll stop listening after the word listen. We should lay low for an evening. And then, I don't know, get a train to yours tomorrow morning. What's the closest town to here? Chilton. I like this. Yeah. Give me your phone. I'm going to call the Cheltenham Travel Lodge. I will give you my phone. If you tell me the secret to spin bowling. Oh, I see how it is. Using your phone as leverage, eh? Well, if you're going to do that, you better have your phone first. Well, I see no reason why it wouldn't be in my pocket. Oh my God, what sleight of hand! Lesson 1 of spin bowling isn't going to be revealed to you. Right. Hi there. Could I book 2 double rooms, please? 1 twin. I think he doesn't smell that bad. Yep, Shane Warne, Australian cricketing legend. That's me. Great, thanks very much. Thanks, mate. Oh, could you also text Elizabeth to let her know that we're on our way? And that she's my ookie pookie angel and I can't wait to schnovel her. Okay, cool. Is that schnovel with 1 V or 2? And how many kisses do you want? 2 is friendly, 3 is romantic, and 4 is overcompensating. What's the state of your relationship? What do you do? We gotta go. We're being followed. Come on, let's go. Oh, damn. Missed them. You'll get them, Keith. You've got to get them. Cheltenham Travel Lodge. I really hope there's a chocolate on my pillow, or a mint. Or a second pillow, actually. My neck gets very sore because it's caused by 1 set of feathers. Alright, fine. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay here. Don't mind me. I'm just one of your average Cheltenham travel lodgers. I'm just here for the ambiance. Hold the lift! Wait! Thanks very much. Bit of a squeeze in here.
4, 5.
Well, this is me. Gonna go find me some ambiance. So, anything weird happened to Shane Warne recently? Who are you working for? I'm not working for anybody. No, sort of between things. Not good enough, mate. Who are you working for? What are you doing? It's just some random guy. Who are you? All right. My name is Keith Irrelevant. What do you want, Keith? If you're after an incriminating pic, then you're wasting your time. I'm not doing anything untoward. Just driving a virgin to Wales. Should have thought about that before I said it. No. I'm here to warn you. Colin Myler is up to something.
Floor 373.
Bloody hell, that's a tall travelodge. Wow. Colin Myler is planning something. After Australia Today got the pictures of your engagement, I left the news of the world and I've never been happier. I was pursuing what I loved, wildlife photography. But then, the weirdest thing happened. The pursuit of my creative dreams didn't work out the way I wanted them to, and the arrogant assumption that I would be the exception proved to be misguided. I was alone, despondent, dejected. And then, yesterday,
National Geographic called me, asking me to come in to talk about work on their Arctic feature. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? I'm here to talk about National Geographic. Hello, Keith. Colin Mylord, what are you doing here? Well, Keith, I'm here because I need your help again. I need you to track down Shane Warne for me. You've got a talent for knowing where he is. I can make it worth your while. Again. No, keep your empty briefcase. I don't need... How's the wildlife photography going, Keith? Making lots of money selling photographs to lions, are we? That isn't how wildlife photography works. But it can't be going that well if you come looking for a job at National Geographic in a wet cave. Face it, Keith, you need me just as much as I need pictures of Shane Warne. Take the briefcase. No, I'm not doing your bidding anymore, and that is final. Do you still want the briefcase? You know what, I will take the briefcase actually. I like the way the colour matches my socks and gloves. As soon as I left, I jumped into the Seat Futon to find you as quickly as I could. I actually have a bit of a knack for finding you, Shane Warne. It's kind of like a sixth sense. For example, I can pinpoint your location right now. I'm standing right next to you. 1 metre due east, sixth sense. Whatever, it's fine, Keith. Listen, we'll see you tomorrow morning, all right? Take it easy. Night, Keith. Ah, 1 pillow and a bar of soap. Is anyone spared by global growth? Leave early tomorrow morning, you get a train. Good idea stalling though for an evening's... I can't speak. Good idea stalling this evening, mate. Now at least we know what we're up against. Yeah, don't suppose I've earned the secret to spin bowling, have I? I've never had earning it in the first place. What are you talking about? Why are you so obsessed with this? Well, it's just that I've nearly got it kind of right, or nearly there. I just want to be good at it if, you know, when I ever get asked to play, well, if I ever get asked to play cricket by my friends, I don't want to let them down. Well, I mean, why won't you tell me? It's not as if I'm going to sell the secrets. Other people can spin bowl too. You won't learn anything about spin bowling until you've learned to make some mistakes. I'm going to bed, I'm naked. Fine. Where are you going? We've had a minor argument, straining our relationship as the narrative tension builds. I'm going to the bar. Fine, maybe someday they can spoon feed you the secrets to genius. Fine, maybe they will. Lovely spoony genius. I don't know what that means.
I don't like this. We surely can't count on Irrelevant to find Shane.
Keith Relevant is remarkably and surprisingly good at locating Shane Warne, and I've put a GPS tracker on his car.
And this boy Shane is with. What does the prophecy say about him?
By prophecy, do you mean the text exchange that we've hacked from Elizabeth Hurley and Shane Warne's phones?
Is there any other meaning of prophecy?
Of course not, no, sir.
Yes. The boy may complicate things. Fortunately, we've taken extra precautions. Check the briefcase, Colin. I want to see the weapon. Well?
Yep, it's in there. Lovely, fatal gun.
Show it to me.
You've seen our gun before. I don't think we need...
You mixed up the briefcases, didn't you?
Yes, I mixed up the briefcases, yes.
Colin, you complete fool. Now Keith Irrelevant has our only weapon. Note for next time, buy more than one gun. I do hope that won't come back to haunt us later on, Colin.
Pint of fizzy lager beer, please. Good luck. Sit. Sit. Thrill of the swill. Well, that is thrilling. Final blow. Gus Tuts for Guy. You learn from the best. Excuse me. Whiskey on the rocks. Hold the whiskey. And fill the glass for Jason Lowe. What's up, mate? We just had an argument and it's very much my fault. I feel bad. I hear you. I still feel really bad about ever being involved with invading Shane Warne's personal life. If only there was something I could do to make it up to him. Suppose I could give you a lift tomorrow. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, he's knackered. And plus, they won't suspect that Shane Warne drives a Seat Futon. This is perfect. Yeah, okay, the address is Wycliffe House, Ledbury. I'm going to go tell her now. All right, see you later. It's very sophisticated trouble, actually. Hello, Keith. Colin Rhino, what are you here. What's the address, Keith? I don't know what you're talking about. What's the address, Keith? We heard you talking to the boy. Tell me where you're driving them tomorrow morning. You can't intimidate me anymore.
We have the girl.
What was that? You remember Andy Coulson, don't you, Keith? Tell us the address. We have Tatiana. No! Morning. How you doing? There's 150 photographers downstairs and I was lying next to Snorlando all evening. What do you think? Sorry about that. Where are they? Lobby. They're blocking the entrance and the exits. We've got to find a way of getting past them unnoticed. Hi, morning guys. Listen, I've really got to tell you something very urgently. It can wait. Orlando says you're good to give us a lift. Thanks very much. I'll give you the address in the car. We've got to figure out how to get past the photographers though. If only there were the reintroduction of some element of mentioning in passing before. Is that Shane Ward coming down the corridor? All right, lads, how's it going? Oh, hi, Shane. Shane, meet Shane. Hang on, how did you discover cloning? What are you doing here, Mr. Ward? Cheltenham's the first and last stop on my tour, and this Travelodge's service is unrivaled. Every single time, 4 pillows, 4 chocolates, and a copy of the latest Lee Child. That's not fair enough, Jack Reacher. It's so readable. Shane, I know how we can get past the photographers. Now, Odysseus can only get into his palace because he's disguised as a beggar. You should wear Shane Ward's clothes to get past the photographers. I mean, that's fine in principle, but do we have to swap clothes? I mean, what happens if they recognise you and me? What? Nobody cares if they recognise you and me, Keith. We don't matter. And I never have done. hang on, in this analogy, am I a beggar? I like it. Shane, give me your clothes. All right. Anything to help a fellow Shane. There you go. Thanks very much. Don't know how to put on these clothes. Completely forgotten how to do it. Right, here we go. Right, team, let's go. Wait, hang on, do I not get your clothes? Orlando said I should wear your clothes. He did not specify swap. Let's go, everybody. Oh, I can't believe we made it. They didn't recognise you. Right, listen, I've really got to tell you something. Something's up. There are loads of photographers, but no Colin Myler. It's annoying, but it's not a disaster. Keith, the address is Whitcliffe House, Ledbury. How soon can you get us there? Well, the Seat Foujon can go from 0 to 60. That's how fast it goes. It's not that good a car. So, I don't know, 20 minutes. We need to cut that time down somehow. I don't think you're going to streamline the car by ripping out the seatbelts. You're right, there are 3 of us. We need to lose more weight. Orlando, rip out your airbag. What? I'm already breathing air in the car. I don't need more air in a bag. Right, that should take it down to 16 minutes or so. Pedal to the middle, Keith. Let's go. Cool briefcase. Fucking hell! Everything all right back there? Yeah, fine, mate. Absolutely fine. He's got a gun. Jesus. Is it heavy? Yeah, bloody heavy. Oh, you have it. I don't want it. I hate guns. It's the main reason my relationship with Jessica Ennis broke down. She kept on trying to convince me that the NRA has a point while we were getting zonked on Quaaludes and watching America's dirtiest trucks. So you didn't say that. Can you imagine if you had done? That's news. Sell that to Coulson. We made it. They're not here. Keith's right. I can't see them anywhere. Don't be so sure. With these guys, it's only a matter of time before they get here somehow. Oh, we got it! God, helicopter back! Hello, everybody! Colin Myler here. Sorry, can we... Yeah, we've arrived now. Colin Myler here. What do you want, Colin? You got no photographers, no story? You got nothing. Yeah, he's right. You're just trespassing.
Let me see the boy.
Master, you are not strong enough.
I have strength enough for this. He's a tutor. What's he gonna do? Bore me to death?
That's a distinct possibility, actually.
Shane Ward!
Coulson! Oh, what have you done?
Fused myself to Colin Myler's back. That's right. Quirrell Coulson. After Goodwood, I knew that you would be in a relationship with Elizabeth, so a plan was formed in my head. I needed to be on the inside track of the news of the world, and fusing myself to Colin Miller's back was the only logical option.
You could have just been BCC'd on every email.
No, because... Ah, bugger, you're right! Oh, no! I've been fused to this guy's back for 4 years. It gets so hot in the summer.
Coulson, how did you know my address?
You have Keith Irrelevant to thank for that one.
I'm sorry, but I was trying to tell you guys, but the natural flow of conversation wasn't leaving an opening. They told me last night that they kidnapped Tatiana. You kidnapped somebody? What is wrong with you? What? Oh, God. What? No, we didn't kidnap anybody. That was just a ruse to get Keith to talk. Wait, so she's fine? Yeah, I mean, I assume she's absolutely fine.
And crucially, not thinking about you.
No, I still don't understand. How did Keith know my address last night? I only told him 20 minutes ago. I told him. I'm sorry, Shane. I was trying to get us out of the mess, and I just told Keith. It's me. The stink stops here, Shane.
Well, the young buck fucks up. That sucks. Did you say the stink stops here? Weird. How does it feel to be accidentally betrayed, Shane?
Whatever, Coulson. You can't exactly do anything to me if you fuse to Colin Miles' back.
No, but she can. Hello, boys!
Who are you?
Emma Kearney? That's right, Emma Kearney, star of the 2006 Shane Warne threesome scandal. I mean, I definitely prefer not to be described like that. There's so much more to me than threesomes. I paint. Yeah, didn't know that about you. What kind of stuff do you paint? Erotica mainly, including unlimited 2 threesomes.
What was the point of what I don't know? Coulson, you can't force Emma Kearney and Shane to be in a scandal together. I mean, for one thing, the way they're standing doesn't exactly scream anything's going on.
Not yet, it doesn't. Colin, commence Operation Aragog.
Oh my God! Ah, flying spiders! Oh my God! Ah.
That's right, my pretties. Force him next to Emma Kearney. Now, Colin, give me the camera.
You fucking idiot! Now it looks like I killed you to get to Emma. Sorry, Shane, this time I jumped. I'm sorry about that. Orlando, you know what to do. It's risky, isn't it? Who gives a fuck? Just do it. Here goes nothing. No, you idiot! I meant get the gun out of your pocket and shoot the camera! Oh, right, of course, yeah, sorry. No! Wait, hang on, this is what I want! Yes! No! 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 Oh, I'm getting really dizzy, I don't know who I am! Oh, God! I should have practiced that. Orlando, I don't care if you shoot me. I'll get in this picture if it's the last thing I do. Colin, give me your phone. Andy Coulson. Who's that? That's Elizabeth Hurley, star of Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery and the Spy Who Shagged Me. Andy, call your spiders off. All right, fine. Colin, commence Operation Flamethrower all over Operation Aragog. Coulson, what on earth do you think you're doing? Trying to split you both up, because... Colin, I can't do it, you tell him. Oh no, I do everything for you. You've got to carry the cross some way. Okay, fine. It's too much pressure, I can't do it. Oh, honestly. Elizabeth, Andy loves you. He's always loved you. But he could never pluck up the courage to say so. Coulson, you need to say things like this. You need to tell me. They matter. Does this mean that my scheming now comes across as romantic and you've renounced all your life choices? No, Grace, get away from me, you creep. Ah, well, this has been deeply embarrassing for me. You
told me you loved me!
Oh, Emma, come on, come back, don't be like that. Oh, no. Colin, we've got to waddle faster if we're going to get it, come on. Now, young man, can I offer you a cup of tea and book you a taxi? A taxi? Maybe I do matter. I'm sorry, Shane. I let you down. What? No, you didn't. I mean, you're a rubbish spin bowler, but quite a good shot. All worked out all right in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Sorry.
There is no secret. What? There's no secret to spin bowling. Aside from the years of practicing the technique. You just do it. You go for it. Heedless of the consequences. Sometimes you get people out, sometimes you don't. But you've got to take risks to spin bowl. And you've got to take risks to live. Oh, right. Okay. Cool. That's my life advice anyway. Do what you want with it, but I would heed it. And I would not use this experience with me as a way of expressing that message for commercial or artistic gain.
No, of course not. I'd never do that.